A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel. In this channeling session, I'm going to be talking about the emotion where the divine masculine is cutting down on his ego issues. He is basically releasing the ego step by step. He had a very big ego, and on the other side, the feminine had sort of given up on her self-respect. And when I say him or her, I mean the energy, because the feminine energy or the chaser energy can be in a man or it can be in a woman. It is not depending on gender. Alright. So when I say him or her, please take it to be masculine and feminine. Somebody was asking me this question. In fact, one guy had written a long email to me saying that, you should specify this. So I was like, okay, I already specified, but I'll try to specify it more. So when it comes to love, the masculine has given more importance to his ego than to true love. He has very deep, strong feelings for the feminine. The masculine has deep feelings for the feminine. He is totally in love with the feminine. He wants to be with her. He wants to be near her. But you must realize this, when somebody has a big ego, it also means that they have very strong connection with the materialistic reality. And when somebody is extremely spiritual and they are totally cut out, or they have an anger or they have a fear from the materialistic world, then they will not be in the body so much. So both of them have to come to a common ground. They have to come to a common middle part where one of them has to understand that as much as this is important, as much as you have to be an aware person, as much as you have to be regular with your practices and you have to be mission oriented, for twin flames specifically, there is also a connection they need. There's a love connection, and I'm not saying it is romantic, it is purely love connection. However, why do they both meet? Why does any masculine or feminine meet? Even if they are catalyst, when they are catalyst, they are definitely paving way for the person who would be their ultimate person. And to reach to that point, one has to completely let go of all of their desires and all of their wants, like this is how a relationship should be, or this is how a person should treat me, this is how a person should act with me, should be with me. And this is the reason why we speak about Shiva, Parvati, we speak about Ram and Sita, and we speak about Radha and Krishna. In case of Radha and Krishna, their love is so beautiful, so deep, so eternal, so amazing. Like there are no words to describe how they feel for each other. Still, they were never married to each other. But till today, they are worshipped together. They are not worshipped with their husband and wives, whosoever they got married to in the 3D world. On the contrary, like everybody knows, even their wives, even their respective wives or husbands knew that my person is an eternal lover, and they are being talked about with each other, linked with each other. And they were still very loyal to their partner. Radha was very loyal to her partner. Krishna was very loyal to his partner. But they had this purest form of love. Now, this type of love you cannot achieve by entering the, materialistic wants and desires. In case of Ram and Sita, they also had a very unique understanding with each other. They married each other, they had children with each other. But after a certain point, they were not living with each other, but they were both focused only on their mission. In fact, Sita's mission was, for a queen, it is her mission to give the next king or the crown prince to the throne, and that was her mission. But it's a very important mission, because to raise such amazing, brilliant children is not some kind of a joke, who are very detached, who are also mission oriented, who are completely awakened, all their chakras are open. It's not possible to do that, okay? So she did that, and Sri Ram's mission was to show to the world that they need to respect the feminine energy, respect the women power, and at the same time, for the king, he had a special duty. Whatever Sri Ram has done in his life, it is just impossible for anyone to achieve. And then we have Shiva and Parvati. Shiva and Parvati also had a great difficulty. They did not come to each other just like that. It was not an easy companionship. Before Shiva was married to Parvati, he was married to Sati, and then Sati had a very difficult programming with her father, and due to that she did not continue that life. And when she was dying or when she was leaving her body, she said this very categorically, that I will be born to a father who is going to accept my love, my relationship, and whosoever I am. He will not put his ego, he will not force me to follow him, or he will give more importance to his ego, because her father was also like that, very egotistical. And Shiva was a person, the most innocent god. Anyone can please Shiva, demons or ghosts or humans, whosoever wants, they can please Shiva with their worship. So he will accept. That's how he is. So my dear friends, here I am being shown that whether it is the catalyst, whether it is your twin, because twin is also a label, and I don't want people to get caught up in the label. Actually, twin flame is an energy. It's not even a label, it's an energy. It's the energy of opposite polarity coming into a proper balance within a person, and then outside world will reflect that energy back to them. And once this union happens within, then you will see love everywhere. Everything will be okay for you. So I feel very strongly in this case, when I look at a certain masculine energy or a person who carried the strong masculine energy in opposition to a person who carried the strong feminine energy, I'm being shown that the feminine energy has done its respective inner work, and really they have come to a great level of detachment, and the result is the masculine is shedding down ego big time. The ego death is happening, and this person is missing the chaser way too much, constantly thinking about the chaser, constantly hoping and praying that some magic should happen and the chaser should just appear in front of the masculine, the runner. And even chaser has the same feelings, because they have forgiven, they have understood that yes, I like this person, I love this person, I'm very fond of this person, even though this person has 100 problems, even though this person has this issue or that issue. Yes, it was my fear that I was rejecting this person. Some people think that it is only the masculine, the logical, practical masculine who rejects. That's not true. Why do you think the masculine is running? Why do you think they start running? They run because they have the strong fear that they will get rejected and discarded by the chaser. Okay? And chaser has obviously displayed some of those actions, some of those behavior patterns, due to which the runner is constantly thinking that they will leave me, they will cheat on me, they will lie to me, they will go away from me. In future, they will do all of these things, and I will be, behind, humiliated, and feeling horrible about myself. And as it is, the chaser's energy does make them feel that something is wrong with them, something is missing. So as per this channeling session, I am being shown very strongly that the ego death is taking place, because the chaser has shown huge amount of faith in the universe. Chaser feels very strongly, the one who was the chaser feels very strongly that if God has decided something for me, I am going to accept that. I will go by whatever God wants for me to happen. I am not going to question it. I am not going to challenge it. I am not going to refute it. If I have a certain feeling that yes, this is how it should be done, then I will do it that way only. I will believe in the plan. I will believe in the big plan, and I will listen to my heart, and I will listen to my intuition. Because the chaser should not take the action. The chaser has to wait for the invitation. And this is not waiting energy. This is, when they say wait for the invitation, it means they are 100% sure that the invitation will appear sooner or later. Until the time it does not appear, they need to be very strong, and they need to keep doing other things that are important for them. Enjoy their life fully every single day, every single moment. They need to enjoy their life, and that's how they will practically also get detached and disconnected from that energy where they are so sad and longing and craving. That craving has to go away. So as per this channeling session, I am being shown that the craving of the feminine or the chaser is not there anymore. They have dedicated themselves on a beautiful path. They are really enjoying it scientifically and spiritually, and via experience they are enjoying this journey, and they have no doubts or no questions regarding it. So my dear friends, one more thing I want to say over here. It's not an easy job to kill the ego or to make the ego die. And all those people who are doing it, hats off to you, kudos to you, and keep doing this work. It may be very difficult, but please keep going on it. And for your personal situations, for therapies, for hand holding sessions with me, please check out the description box. Everything is written over there. Do not book anything directly. First mail to me that, hey, I want to do this therapy or do this session with you. Send me your details along with the time zone, and I will get back to you, and I'll tell you what is the next step, what exactly you need to do in order to get started. Otherwise also, I know things are difficult. There's a lot of pain in your heart. You also feel unhappy. You have lots and lots of questions, but it's natural to have these questions. It's all right to have these questions, because you're not doing something which is so materialistic. You are on a very different path. You are here to blend in your energies, the opposite polar energies. You're here to blend in those energies. And this is something which is not meant for everyone. Not everyone can do it. Only few people can do it. And one has to be so humble about it also. One has to have no complex inferiority or superiority. So on this note, I will sign out from this session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.